Hello and welcome to Omnibroslive. I am your host, Omnidog, joined as always by a week in geekdom's Geo. Geo, how's it going?
Doing pretty well. Excited to be here. It's been a while since I've talked on a Sunday show. So, yeah.
Has it been a while?
Yeah, because I wasn't on last week. I had some technical difficulties with the internet. But, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, what's this question? I just realized that the logo in Omnibroslive ! is Jess's dog. What?
Oh, on our thumbnail for the Sunday stream.
Oh, the thumbnail. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's funny. Okay, so thank you. This is my shirt for the day. What do you got
Nice.
on? Yo?
Japanese Star Wars.
Japanese Star Wars. Cool.
Yeah, the poster with the Japanese kanji.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Oh, there's Mr. Body Massage. Hey, 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 Mr. Body Massage. Okay, great. So thank you for joining us on this Sunday. And this is it. It's just going to be the two of us. So we're winging it. And I appreciate the fact that Gio could be on with me because otherwise I don't know that we'd have had a show.
Everybody was MIA.
Yeah. So why don't we talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's always a collector's, well, there's always an Omnibros discount code normally every quarter. Yeah. But during the pandemic, things are a little different. So we haven't gotten a code recently, but I believe once things get back to normal, we will have a code to give out. One thing we do get is a $50 gift card from IST, which we are fortunate to get and give away to a lucky viewer every month. If you order $50 or more from InStock Trades in the US, you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Nice.
Thank you.
Somebody was asking about the type of coffee that we're drinking. I'm not drinking any coffee, but you are.
I am. It is a Keurig. I'm sure anybody who is a coffee connoisseur would spit at me for drinking Keurig coffee, the little cup.
Yeah.
I'm sure that a coffee connoisseur would spit at me. Mine's Island Coconut, which they would also spit at me for.
I've always wanted one of those things. I don't drink a lot of coffee, but I want a Keurig machine thing.
They're super convenient. They're crazy
I know.
Convenient. And I like the coffee. I drink a lot of coffee, and I really like the coffee.
That's what matters.
Yeah. But I mean, I also like espresso. You know, my sister always makes a big deal out of her French press and making the fancy coffee that way, and it's good too. But I'm not a coffee snob. I get why people are coffee snobs, but I think I couldn't tell you the difference between this and the other good coffee.
Yeah.
And we have a super chat from Jimmy Owens. Thank you, buddy.
Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy.
Good, Jess and Gio as well. Thank you. Thanks for the show today. Just reading Legends of the Dark Knight by Denny O'Neil. Very good. Yes. Danny O'Neil is who we're going to talk about today as part of our news. He was the big news of the week. The loss of Denny O'Neil is a huge loss to the industry. He was so influential and wrote so many amazing books. I wasn't familiar. I did a show yesterday with Owen. I just saw Jimmy Owens with Omar. And because he knew more of the Marvel side of Denny O'Neil than I did. But on the DC side, he was responsible for a lot of famous stuff.
Yeah.
First of all, the greatest comic book ever written, Green Lantern, Green Arrow 76.
Mm-hmm.
And he and Neil Adams did it through issue 89 in that run. That's what that is known as the Hard Traveling Heroes run. So that was a landmark. Real social conscience to comic books. It feels like that was the introduction of real social conscience to comic books back then in 1970, when I was a wee lad of 11, wondering what the heck Green Arrow was doing on my Green Lantern comic, shooting out the lantern. And then I opened it to that Neil Adams, Dick Giordano art, and I was like, what is this? So amazing story and amazing art. He's also responsible for The Question, which a lot of people love, including me. A remarkable comic book that is sadly out of print and really in collected format, and really needs to be collected in a proper fashion. Maybe since he passed away, they'll see fit to honor him and put
That'd
that
be great.
in OHCs or something.
Yeah.
He invented Ra's al Ghul and took Batman back to dark roots. And I argued yesterday on my show that I didn't think that, I thought that without that series where Batman was a bit darker, I don't think the Dark Knight Returns happened, because I think Frank Miller bounced off that and just made him darker and grittier.
Yeah. I mean, you could say what he did was the prototype for everything that we have now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. What strength on the Keurig, Omnidog? I do an 8-ounce with French roast. I did the largest cup I could do with Island Coconut. So I like a big, I wonder if this is 8 ounces. It feels like it's 8 ounces, but it has 3 settings on it.
Jesse is talking about Folgers. That is single-handedly one of the manliest jingles in all of TV history.
Manliest?
I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I mean, or not manliest, like the most epic. Because I'm not gonna sing it because nobody wants to hear that, and we might get copyrighted.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. That one?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's so straight to the point, and especially the 90s and early 2000s versions where it was like a Folgers in your cup. It was very like heavy. So I always considered it the manliest commercial ever.
Wow.
Something about it.
There's an instant coffee, used to be back in the 80s, called Taster's Choice. And instant coffee, even I won't drink that. But it was an instant coffee. They had the sappiest commercials where it would be, you know, Jimmy's lost his first tooth, or their daughter's going out for her first date or something, and the song was "Times Like These Were Made for Taster's Choice." Like, times like these were made for this crappy coffee in a jar? I don't think so.
In a jar. Yep.
Oh yeah, here's another good one. Fill it to the rim with Brim. That was another instant coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember Brim. So yeah, Denny O'Neil. And we're not even done with him yet. He did the Batman, and Gio made the point that he set the stage for Batman going forward.
Yep.
Then DC tasked him with doing the revamp issue of Superman with the Kryptonite Nevermore issue that Neil Adams did the cover for, but Kurt Swan did the interiors for.
Yeah.
Breaking the Chains, Kryptonite Nevermore. I have that issue. I have a big poster of it on the wall. Dennis O'Neil wrote that, and that was a huge deal. It was my first revamp of Superman, where he ended up working. He didn't work for the Daily Planet anymore. He worked for Morgan Edge at a TV station, and some doppelganger of him made out of sand was following him around, making trouble for him. And that doppelganger thing went on for several issues, but it reset Superman into a different time. He was a TV reporter and not a newspaper reporter. So that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Back then, and Kryptonite didn't affect him anymore. So that was a big deal back then. And let's see. I think that's it for DC. Batman, Superman, The Question. Wait,
he did the
Green Lantern, Green Arrow.
He did the Wonder Woman stuff that nobody liked.
Right. He depowered Wonder Woman and made her a spy.
Yep.
Which is a run I did not care for, and even he admitted was a mistake. But lots of people like it.
I like that it's bold and daring, and the color palette that was used, but it wasn't the best choice to make for a character like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I applaud them for at least taking the chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it on our chat that there was when DC does their when they release their animated movies, the Blu-rays come with mini documentaries. And actually, that was my first exposure to O'Neil, because he was always asked to participate, and he gave wonderful insight into everything. And I think it was the Wonder Woman animated movie, or I don't know. The thing was that there was a special, and he was talking about the 60s and comics and the 70s and whatnot, and he got to Diana Prince, and he was always pro feminism and women empowerment and all that stuff, and he wanted to create something different with Wonder Woman, and thought she was being held back because of her long history with bondage and all that stuff, and wanted to create something different, more empowering. So he did the international spy movement and whatnot. And all the feminists and everybody hated that and said, you're stripping away what we find empowering about Wonder Woman. And he was like, I'm sorry, that I didn't mean to cause an uproar. I was just trying to do something different for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I'd like to see that.
I don't remember which of the documentaries it was, but I'm going to look it up. I'll tell you later in the chat, because I can't remember. They've done so many.
Yeah, maybe on YouTube. I'd love to hear him talk about anything, really.
Check.
Here's a question from Joe Chip. Who's your favorite Wonder Woman writer? And Nathaniel says, good question, Joe Chip. I want to know that too. Let's see. I think my personal favorite is Greg Rucka. I like those runs.
Rucka's great. I'm going to go with Azzarello, simply because I love the New 52 run.
I do too. Yeah, that was a great run with Azzarello and Chang. I feel like I think it's really Rucka for me, but Azzarello's really close. Have you guys read Kryptonite for Superman by Darwin Cook and Tim Sale? I've been eyeing it for a while now. That's a great book.
I haven't.
Okay, I can attest to how great a book that is. It's by Darwin Cook. It's really good.
Nice.
Let's see. Emma Frost. I agree with this. Emma Frost seems to be the only female superhero I like most of what she's in. I love all of Emma Frost. Wonder Woman, don't do it for me. I like her. Oh, and I love Catwoman. I agree with that. Okay. Let's see. We don't know that. You'll have to ask Omar that. When is UXM Volume 5 coming out?
2022. I don't know.
Yeah, 2022, we'll say. That's our best guess. As a 22-year-old, I appreciate the history lessons from this show and Near Mint so much. Oh, well, we appreciate that you like the history. I'm full of history. So's Omar. So's Gio. We all... Anyway, I've lived a long enough time that I've sucked up enough history. Oh, Sanka. I remember Sanka. Sanka was like... Wait, was Sanka real coffee? Or was it that coffee-like beverage?
Good coffee.
What
I don't think I've had
that. You never had Sanka? That used to be a thing that in the 80s and 60s through the 80s, you'd get offered that at the end of dinner at a restaurant. We have coffee and Sanka. Sanka was a big deal.
Wow.
But I think maybe I'm thinking of something else. I think Sanka was an instant coffee, and there was something else that was like a coffee-like beverage that was powdered that didn't have any caffeine in it. Maybe Postum or something it was called. Maxwell House, I remember that. Good to the last drop. I love how we're talking about coffee. But it is coffee and news.
We never talk about coffee, so why not?
Nescafe. Oh, here's a compliment. Just reading Stumptown. Fantastic so far. Love the way Rucka writes. Thanks for putting it on my radar. Nice. Yay. I'm glad that you're reading that. It's a great book. And there's a huge thing about coffee in Volume 4. It's all about coffee. The whole thing is coffee. It's incredible about coffee snobs and stolen coffee and specially brewed coffee. It's great. Sanka is a decaf instant coffee. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Body Massage. Wait, is Taylor Brown in here? Yeah, there he is. Jess and Gio, can you tell Omar to tell David? Yeah, sure, Taylor.
I've been trying to get an Inhumans Omnibus. Not going to happen.
Oh, this is serious. Have you guys ever had any issues with mold or mildew in your collections? Having some issues in my apartment. I'm very nervous about my books being affected. You need to get a dehumidifier in your place right away.
ASAP. Yep. As soon as possible.
Today, go to Home Depot and get a dehumidifier and crank it up. Yep. Yeah, that's a serious issue.
And if the books start to stink before they get any mildew on it, get some of those like the washing sheets that smell when you do your laundry.
Yeah,
the dryer sheets. Yeah, place them inside the book and seal them up, and it'll clean everything up pretty nicely.
Oh, okay.
At least odor wise, the odor will be removed in a couple days.
Glenn, you gotta, after the show, watch the show till the end, and then immediately go to Home Depot and get a dehumidifier.
Or watch the show while you're buying the machine, and when somebody's asking you, what are you watching? I'm watching OmniBros because they're telling me to get this. And be very interactive.
Yeah, okay. Take us with you. Go now. Take us with you. Don't speed and stop at stop signs and stuff, but go now. Oh, he's got dehumidifiers, he says.
Oh.
Plural. I hope it takes care of it, too.
I hope so.
Oh, here's a Canadian. I've heard of Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons coffee is supposed to be good. I know they've got good donuts.
Oh, I could eat a donut. It's been a while.
What's that?
I could eat a donut. It's been a while.
Yeah, my daughter's coming over. I should have her stop and get donuts.
Nice.
You know what? Hang on.
I'm still looking for the documentary. So if anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about and can help me out, because I can't remember which of the DC animated movies.
Documentary on Wonder Woman?
Yeah, because it's usually a special feature, and I don't think it was on the Wonder Woman movies. It annoys me because I used to know these things. I've forgotten. Let's see. Crap. Pedro says, make it Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, Krispy Kremes are good.
Yep.
Okay, I just asked her to stop and get me a donut at Sugar Shack. That's the local hot spot.
Excellent.
Send some donuts my way too while you're at it, please and thank you. Sure, Tim. What are you playing today, Jess? What am I playing?
Did you buy turnips?
I haven't yet. I need to do that. I woke up late and I have to
I think you're out of luck because
she's in the morning?
Yeah, until noon.
Oh!
Unless go to the Switch's system and set the clock back at a few hours to see if she appears. I don't recommend playing around with the time clock.
I don't want to do that.
But you could technically do that and go back in time.
Oh, shoot. I thought he was there all day.
I think it's just from 6 to noon.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, I'm telling my daughter that I missed the turnip guy. If you're asking me what I'm playing video-wise, it's Animal Crossing. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I blew it on the turnip guy. Damn it.
I woke up super early today and did that like at 7 or something.
Uh-huh. How many did you buy?
1,000 something.
Uh-huh.
Like I think it was 1,100 turnips.
And what did he charge?
Mine was, I think, 106 bells per turnip.
Oh, you got a lot of money.
Yeah. So hopefully tomorrow, I've been having a lot of luck recently where Monday, the Timmy and Tommy will ask like, oh, we're paying 120 something per turnip. I'm like, okay, yeah, take it.
Well, that's why it's such a big deal when somebody's offering 400 for a turnip and you get online and get in the queue. And my daughter said she waited 3 hours online in like a virtual waiting room for the chance to visit this island and sell her turnips for 400 a piece.
I think I told the story here a couple weeks ago where I was messing around with the time travel stuff just for fun. And they asked in my island 500 something. And I was really dumb and said, I wonder what they'll ask the next day. So I skipped it.
Oh.
And I missed that golden opportunity because then the following day, it was like I skipped from Thursday to Friday and 60. I'm like, crap. So I forgot that if you time travel with turnips, you can't go back in time because it'll rot. So you can't do that. So when they said 60, oh, shoot, well, I'm going to go back to the 500 offer. I went back to Thursday and the offer was already gone and the turnips were rotten. So it was a complete failure, disaster on my part.
Oh my gosh.
So I said, you know what? No more. Screw the time traveling, cheating thing. Let somebody else do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lots of talk of donuts now. That's good. Good. Breakfast sandwich. The bun's a donut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donut Bros.
Did Age of Ultron teach us nothing about the time stream?
I know. I'm sorry.
Here's a question for you, because I haven't seen this. Did you see the presentation of the PlayStation 5? What do you think?
I was at work and completely ignored work to watch the stream. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think the console is not my favorite looking console. I think it's kind of hokey looking, but I'm still going to get it because it's PlayStation and I like the PlayStation. So it looks a little bit, it reminded me of, when back in the day, people would design future consoles and how they would look. And you imagine like this crazy looking futuristic thing.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. I don't find it like aesthetically like pleasing with your furniture and the rest of the consoles and stuff, but it still looks amazing and it's pretty tall. I think it's the tallest one yet. It resembles sort of like a PC tower or something.
Oh yeah, okay.
But the games look amazing. We're getting Spider-Man Miles Morales. We're getting Ratchet and Clank, which was my favorite. Actually, no, my second favorite from that presentation. We're getting the Horizon Zero Dawn sequel.
Yeah, I saw that preview.
We're getting Resident Evil 8, which a lot of people are excited about. I think it was like 25 games they highlighted. Crazy.
Wow, that's a lot of launch games.
Yeah. Sports games, for the people that care. I don't. The Gran Turismo stuff, even though I don't like a lot of racing games, that one looks really cool. And what was the thing? Kenna, or however it's said. It looks straight up like a DreamWorks animated film, but in video game format.
Wow.
It looks beautiful. It's straight up like an animated movie, but with like Legend of Zelda vibes. I loved it. Looks really cool. Kena or Kenna. I don't know the pronunciation.
Okay.
Aena.
ENA. Okay.
But actually, the best one to me, the highlight, aside from Horizon, was Ratchet and Clank, because you got to see the power of the hard drive and the PlayStation. And in this version of Ratchet and Clank, it's in the multiverse. So he's time skipping or time jumping in different universes. And the game is doing that real time. So you're in this city and you jump through a loop wormhole and it arrives at a different location and there's a bunch of enemies. There's no loading times because the PlayStation, they switched to solid state drives instead of your regular hard drives. So the loading time is infinitely quicker. So there's no need to wait. Everything's real time as you're playing. So it really impressed me. I can't wait to play these games.
That sounds really cool that there's no lag time.
Yeah. Oh, and Lionheart's, yeah, that's right. Most of them are coming out 2021. Very few are actually coming out this year. So
when is the console coming out?
We don't really have a date yet. A lot of people are speculating October, November, December. They haven't put out a date or a price yet. So a lot of people are wondering if it's going to be too expensive or just right.
Okay. Here's a question about Brubakers Criminal. What's this new omnibus coming out? I know deluxe. Well, there's a deluxe 3 is coming out, and they're re-releasing the first 2 deluxes. They're re-releasing the first 2 to match the third one that's coming out. There's no overlap between them. But if you want to get a matched set, then you should wait and get all 3 when they get 1 and 2 when they get re-released, which is happening when the deluxe is coming out too. They're all going to match, and mine won't match because I've got the old criminals And then I'll get the new Criminal, and it'll be sticking out like a sore thumb, but I don't care. I just want it because I love Criminal.
Nice.
But yeah, it's going to be a big, thick book. And I think it's going to probably include Bad Weekend, and My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those books. I've already got them, and I love them. But if it includes those stories, then I'm going to, I don't know.
I'm sure someone would be willing to pick them up.
Yeah. Because there's also a new book like that coming out. Not pulp, but what's it called? There's a new series coming out that's from the pages of Criminal in that format of Bad Weekend.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it is. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. Volume 3 going to have most of the new monthly and Deadly Hands of Criminal. Cruel Summer, that's it. Yeah. Cruel Summer's coming out. Thank you. Do the turnips still go bad with PS5? It's only a Nintendo Switch thing.
Yeah. Lionheart asks, what's up with the Batman Metal Omnibus? I thought that was coming out.
Yeah, I thought so too.
My theory is that they're probably going to wait because Snyder's doing the final metal-related story. I think it's Death Metal, where Wonder Woman has the axe and Batman's all punkish looking.
Right.
I'm pretty sure if they do an omnibus, that has to be included in there. So we're not going to see that for a while.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't wait because I'd have been waiting a long time.
Yeah, I could see that happening maybe late next year when it gets announced or something. I don't know.
Because that Death Metal is just now coming out, right? In single issues?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. There's a good answer to that. Let's see. Here's Fantastic Four novels. Jess, do you think you'll ever go back to update your Rebirth videos? I'd love to hear or out of it. I don't know what the end of that was. I think that I did a video on how to read Rebirth, so I don't know that should be updated, but I mean, what do you feel like I need to update? I mean, a lot has come out, and it's not called Rebirth anymore. It's just
DC Universe
or whatever it's called, DC Universe.
Yeah.
Do you, if there's something specific you want me to cover, updating wise, let me know in the chat, and I can certainly consider that. But that video was just how to start out in Rebirth, coming off a New 52, and what all the Rebirth stuff, how to follow it and read it. Oh, what series made the cut?
You could do maybe like post-Rebirth reading. That could be fun.
Post-Rebirth reading?
Yeah.
Like what I'm reading?
Like if the video was a guide getting into Rebirth, maybe this one can be like the state of the DC Universe after Rebirth or something. And like here are the books that survived or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's what he's asking. What series made the cut?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. Yeah. Okay.
Jimmy Owens, did any of you get Black Science hardcover volume 3? I can't wait for Deadly Class, but not sure when it's released. I got it. It still hasn't arrived, and I ordered the variant, which looks amazing. But I'm kind of irked because my 2 volumes behind me are the standard ones.
Wow.
So the covers are totally different, and they don't match. And but whatever, I'm not going to look at it. It's going to be in the shelf. So
Excuse me. I ordered it, and I also got the variant, but I'm pretty sure I got the variants of the first two, if they came in variants. I'd have to go look, because I haven't read them in a long time, waiting for volume 3, so I can just read it all in one thing.
Yeah, the spine is the same, but the image is different. It's a full image, no text, no nothing.
Oh, okay.
By 1 and 2, and I think the older variants for 1 and 2 are also similar looking. So I don't know. I thought it was a little bit different.
Okay. Let's see.
I love Black Science.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, Jimmy had to buy the remastered volume 1. I'm too lazy for that. I stuck with my glued binding.
Yeah, I'm stuck with my glued binding too. I don't know. I'd have to sell the first one, and who's going to buy it now? Because the other one's out.
Yep.
Oh, and there's Trigonosis. We haven't seen him forever.
Wow.
Still need East of West Volume 2. Anyone have any leads?
Do I have East of West here?
Right there, buddy.
This one? Is this here? Yeah, this is here too.
Oh, and he's just flaunting it in Trigonosis' face.
I didn't do it on purpose. I just wanted to highlight a book.
Trigonosis, usually you're the one that jumps on things right away. I'm surprised you waited on this one.
Yeah, they're selling for a lot online, right?
I think they are now, yeah. But Jimmy Owens is saying that he'd pick it up if we ever go to phase 2. He can pick it up at his LCS for Trigonosis.
Nice. Good, man.
That'd be good. I thought I already had it. I had it confused for my Deadly Class volume. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and I don't know when Deadly Class 3 is coming out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a while.
Rumors of it. So I don't actually know on that. Did you do something about DC solicits?
I got 2 news articles that we can talk about.
Okay.
One is being reported by Newsarama, who's now owned by GamesRadar. And I'm sorry, but their website is terrible, so I'm not even going to highlight it.
That's what I heard.
It's so bad. DC and Diamond are extending their working relationship for a limited time. It says here that following their announcement on June 20, Friday, about not working with them, it says that for direct market comic book retailers in the US, Diamond and DC have extended their agreement to fulfill reorders of in-stock comic periodicals previously offered for sale, fulfilling reorders through July 31st. So, yeah, they're going to be working through the summer, basically, and then they're going to split.
Okay.
Which is what I suspected, because you can't do that cold turkey. You can't just announce, like, oh, we're leaving you. No, because I'm pretty sure Diamond still has a bunch of DC stuff that's coming out. So that's still going to be, they're still working on that stuff. So there's no need to cause a panic just yet. Maybe in August. We'll see.
Yeah, okay.
And the other thing I have here are the solicitations for the, I think, September. I can share that. Share screen. Can you see the website?
Yep.
Yep. There you go. I have this zoomed in because the page is riddled with ads.
Oh.
So I can't even show the images because it's just pop-ups everywhere, and it's really annoying. So
I had
yeah,
never even heard of GamesRadar until they bought Newsarama.
I've been to their website because they used to, well, they still do. They report on video gaming stuff, but it wasn't the best one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have Basket Full of Heads by Joe Hill.
Okay.
This is from his DC line of horror books. Let's see. Collecting issues 1 through 7. We're also getting the Dollhouse Family hardcover.
Oh, I want to get this. I've heard good things about this.
This is coming out in October, and we'll have the first 6 issues. I assume these will be standard hardcover.
Okay.
The Low Woods hardcover. I think it's for the same horror line. This one has the first 6 issues. And here's the big book that everybody was talking about on the Facebook group. We have Absolute Planetary hardcover. This is going to be coming out next year and will be all in one. The full saga in one massive absolute.
That's going to be a big absolute.
Yeah. So if you don't own it, now is the perfect opportunity. If you don't want the omnibus and you want oversized artwork, get that absolute.
Great book.
Yep. $150, 880 pages.
That is a big absolute.
Mm-hmm. Here we have a trade paperback, Batman Adventures Nightwing Rising. This is collecting, this is from the animated series comic adaptation. Batman Adventures Lost Years 1 through 5 and Gotham Adventures 1. Here we have Batman 80 Years of the Bat Family, those compilation books that nobody reads. Robin, Joker, Catwoman, Detective Comics 1000, Detective Comics 80th Anniversary, a bunch of anniversary issues. Nothing groundbreaking. Here's a waste of a hardcover. This is Batman by Tom King and Lee Weeks, deluxe edition hardcover. Nobody asked for this, but we're getting it. It's $30, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be oversized hardcover. And it collects Batman 51 through 53, issue 67, annual number 2, and the Batman Elmer Fudd special number 1. You can get all of this if you just buy the regular Tom King deluxe edition Batman books. So there's no need to get this book, in my honest opinion.
You already have them if you like Tom King's Batman.
Yeah. Here we have The Batman Who Laughs, the Snyder and Tynion book. This collects issues 1 through 7 and The Batman Who Laughs, The Grim Knight, number 1. Give me a quick second here because the page broke. Stop sharing for a minute. This would not have happened with the older Newsarama page.
Yeah.
Give me a second here. Well, looks like you guys are going to see the ads because they're popping all over the place.
It's okay.
Let's see. Where was I? Planetary. Nope. Oh, here we go. Share screen. Yeah. So get ready for some subliminal Air Force messages, guys. They want you to join. Absolute Planetary, we went through that. Batman. There we go. Batman Volume 1, Their Dark Designs hardcover, written by James Tynion. This is the current stuff that's coming out. And what's interesting about this is that it's $34.99, collecting issues 86 through 94. I'm thinking, since that's the price of a deluxe hardcover, I'm thinking it's going to be an oversized hardcover.
Oh.
It doesn't say anything here, but this is typically the price for an oversized hardcover. Look at that. Batman, the Tom King Lee Weeks Deluxe Edition is $29.99, and that's a deluxe edition.
Interesting.
So, thinking they're going to continue Batman in oversized.
And when's that coming out?
October.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's another deluxe edition. We've got Batman Gotham by Gaslight Deluxe Edition hardcover. This was previously solicited as an absolute, then canceled, and now we are getting it in deluxe oversized.
I can't remember if I liked this story or not. I remember reading it a long time ago, but I can't remember if I liked it.
I am indifferent towards it.
Indifferent. Okay.
Yeah. I like the art because it's like Viola, but you know. Here we have Batman Detective Comics Volume 3, Greetings from Gotham. This is Tomasi and the current run for Detective Comics. Collecting issues 1006 to 1011.
Wow.
Here we have Batman Curse of the White Knight, the Sean Murphy Batman universe. Hardcover, collecting the 8 issues and the White Knight Presents Von Freeze one-shot. Here we have Batman Night Out from Chuck Dixon. This is $39.99. It is collecting Detective Comics 703 to 718.
Well, that's good. They're doing some back matter stuff.
We have another deluxe edition, a very Batman heavy month. Jesus. Batman, The Man Who Laughs, the deluxe edition hardcover.
Oh, by Brubaker.
Brubaker. Yep.
I have the trade, but I didn't know they were coming out with a deluxe.
I think people are going to upgrade to this pretty fast. DC poster portfolio. These are the giant art books that you can rip out and hang on your wall. This one's featuring Greg Capullo.
Nice.
Doom Patrol, Weight of the Worlds. The Gerard Way stuff is getting a resolicit. On sale September 22, collecting Weight of the Worlds 1 through 7. We're getting a trade, unfortunately, of a Doomsday Clock, all 12 issues. You know, you could have surprised everybody. Deluxe edition, absolute. No, just a complete collection trade paperback for $40. It's a lot. Doomsday Clock 1 through 12, yeah. This one, Fables Compendium 1, trade paperback. Previously, it was an absolute. I think it would have been better for this to be an omnibus simply because of the page count. This has 41 issues. And the last Castle special, the 1001 Nights of Snowfall, and a short story from Legends and Exiles. This should have been an omnibus. I don't think it needed to be a compendium. Because when I think compendium, you could have done like 20 issues, something like that. But it's coming out. So if you cannot find the hardcovers, the deluxe edition hardcovers, get this. At least you'll read the story.
And breaking news, my daughter bought me some turnips today.
Nice.
So she and I will share the game later today, and I'll get some turnips. Jeez,
turnips and donuts.
Yeah.
Here we have Hard Time, the complete series. What is this? What is Hard Time?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Steve Gerber, October, $40. Collecting Hard Time 1 through 12 and Season 2 1 through 7. Okay, cool. House of Whispers, Watching the Watchers is coming out with issues 13 to 22. We're also getting JSA by Jeff Johns. This is the reprint of those Omnis, but in chunkier trade paperbacks. So JSA 32 to 45. John Constantine, Hellblazer Volume 1, Marks of Woe.
Oh, size 3. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
This really nailed it.
This collects the one shot and 1 through 6 and Books of Magic 14. Finally, we're getting an omnibus, Justice League International Omnibus Volume 2. Now, a lot of people are excited for the Bwahaha era.
Which I am not.
I really don't care at all.
Yeah,
We're getting new Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 5 from Wolfman and Fedez.
That's a big deal to a lot of people.
The Titans?
Yeah.
Is this the last one? Yeah. Reaches the finish line in the 5th massive collection of the historic 80s series. Cool. Good on you, DC, for actually finishing a series.
Yeah.
This I do want. I only have the trade paperback. Mr. Miracle, the deluxe edition from Tom King. Collecting all 12 issues, plus sketches, scripts, and the full pencil art to issue 1.
Oh, they're doing something with Sandman. That's rare.
They got to renew that license. So we've got the Sandman Deluxe Edition Book 1 hardcover. So if you don't own this series already and you want it in oversized format and you don't want to pay for the absolutes or the omnibus, there you go. You got deluxe oversized hardcover. 16 issues. Shazam, the deluxe edition hardcover. What is this? Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. Oh, this is the New 52 stuff, right? Yeah. The backup issues from Justice League.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Worth it alone for the Gary Frank art.
Yeah.
Here we have Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, who killed Jimmy Olsen from Lou's favorite writer, Matt Fraction.
But I've heard good things about this series.
12 issues. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. I've heard really good things about this.
Here we have Young Justice Book 5 from Peter David. And that's about it.
Okay.
This one collects issues 33 to 43, Young Justice Our Worlds at War #1, and pages from Impulse 77 and Superboy 91.
Nice. We upset some people in the chat. Y'all trash talking JLI breaks my heart.
I'm not trash talking. I just said I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it either, but I think it's great that you like it. It's fine with me.
Of course.
I'm just not a fan of the Bwahaha era. And I thought Ryley coined that term. It's officially known as the Bwahaha era, apparently.
Did I hear Planetary Absolute? Yes. It is coming out. It was out before, right? In 2 volumes, 2 absolutes?
It's actually been out a couple of times in absolute form. There was a Wildstorm version that was incomplete. Then it came out in absolute form from DC, and it was complete. It was complete as opposed to the incomplete Wildstorm versions. And then it came out in Omni, and now it's coming back out in yeah. And now it's wait. Planetary Absolute. Okay. It was available in. I know I had the Wildstorm Absolutes that were incomplete that I sold and got the Omni for. Or am I thinking about Authority?
I think you're thinking Authority.
I think you're right. I am thinking Authority. Planetary. Okay, I love Planetary, and I'm blocking on the absolutes if there were absolutes before. I can't remember. Now, you're right. I'm thinking of Authority and their volumes. I think the Omni's fine. You don't need to upgrade to the Absolute if you got the Omni. I have the Omni, and I'm not upgrading. I think it's great. I love the Omni.
I only recommend Absolutes when you love the artwork.
Yeah.
You want to double dip and get that instead, then yeah. But if you're just fine with the story, stick with the Omnibus.
Here's a question for you.
Is DeConic's Aquaman a decent jumping on point? I've read Drowned Earth, Justice League story at least. Yeah, all you need to know is the outcome of Drowned Earth. That's it. Sure, you could benefit from reading Abnett's full Rebirth run, but don't worry about it. You just need to know what happens at the end, and you're good to go. DeConic takes it from there.
Nice.
And it's pretty good. I like it. I've been loving that series.
Super chat. Thank you, Bruce Johannes. Just I ordered
Nice.
the Inhumans Omni. Should I also get the Incorruptible Omni? Yes, you should. It is good. Can you do a review on Incorruptible? Okay, that's a great idea. I will do that. I'll have to reread it. It's been years since I read it. I remember.
You haven't done one?
Sorry?
You haven't done one on Incorruptible?
Incorruptible, I haven't.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, that's a good idea, though. That's a really good idea. I will. I'm looking at it right now. I will reread it and do a video on it. That's a great idea. Thank you, Bruce, and thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. I need to finish that book. I know I've disappointed you.
Oh,
I've only read up to volume 4 of the hardcovers. I need to finish the last one.
okay.
But it,
Absolute
great.
Planetary had 2 volumes before. Maybe I am thinking about Planetary, that there was a Wildstorm, and then there was a DC, and now they're putting it out in 1 Absolute. That must be what I'm thinking of. DeConic Aquaman has been wonderful so far. Nice. JLI Volume 1 was amazing. It's not just wahaha. Great storytelling with a focus on characters, not action. Okay, good.
At some point, I will read it. It's just not on my priorities right now.
Right. Going forward, how does DC's relationship with Diamond affect IST releases? I don't know. I don't know.
Isn't that the question of the day?
What's that?
Isn't that the question of the day? That's a tough one.
That's a we can't. I can't even speculate. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not privy to any of the inner workings of IST. We're really just they just advertise with us. And Emily sends me the list of what's being released every week. That's really the extent of our relationship. As far as discounts and things like that, and what IST is going to carry of DCs, that is, as they say, above my pay grade.
The only thing I can sort of comment on, just from a buyer's perspective, is that since they're doing things with DC, and it's all brand new territory, don't get too upset when you see different dates of releases, because you're ordering from different sources now and you're going to have different dates. So stuff like that, it's going to take a while for them to get accustomed to this new scheduling. So, I saw some people on our IG page complaining. I'm like, there's a lot of things happening. We don't really know. We're living right now in the present time. There's a lot of variables and a lot of things that can happen. So try and keep a positive outlook. If a book, we might have a book that's coming out and then it gets delayed a bit. We saw that with the Superman Batman Omnibus. So just hang in there.
Yeah, good advice. Hi, Candace. How's it going? Good to see you.
Hi.
There's Kenny. Hey, Kenny. How you doing?
Ooh.
Candace excited about the deluxe Sandman editions. She has the trade paperbacks. Okay, good.
Perfect.
That's perfect for you then. That's great.
I think they've released Sandman in every single possible format now.
Yeah, too.
There's trade paperbacks, there's anniversary editions, there are annotated editions.
Hooniverse says, my local comic shop's owner is livid about the DC thing. Double shipping costs, absolutely no communication with shops, etc. Yeah, it doesn't sound like they've handled that the best that best way they could have.
Yeah.
Joe asks, Gio, how are things in Puerto Rico? Still have a curfew, etc.?
They really accelerated to phase 3. I'm not in agreement. Phase 2 or phase 3, something like that. Yeah. And because the reasoning is that there's only, according to them, to the government and the health organization, there's only been 5,000 confirmed cases, and unfortunately 100-something deaths only. So I don't know, they're speed running the whole thing, and the curfew is from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Oh.
I don't know. I just go to work and stay here at home. I don't do anything else. So I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah. I agree with that. I'm still sheltering in place.
Normally, I don't talk to people. I don't want to deal with people. So now is the perfect time to be at home. So
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I agree with all that. I'm happy to shelter in place. It's my dream come true. Bavarian Rev says, DCBS still offers 50% off on pre-orders. I recommend pre-ordering if you want that discount. That's a good point. I pre-ordered myself from DCBS on Lucifer, Omni #2, and a couple other things. So yeah, if you want that 50% off, check out DCBS, the sister site of IST.
Yep.
And Bruce says he's doing all his purchases on DCBS now, which I think is fine. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to save money.
I'm saving money this summer because there's a ton of video games. So I'm mostly digital for the time being because I'm saving up to get way too many video games. There's Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
There's Ghost of Tsushima. There's Paper Mario Origami King. The Catherine port to the Switch. There's the Pokemon DLC that's coming out. There's the Wonderful 101 that's coming out, the remastered. I just got the Persona game because Lou was on it that I should play that, and I finally got it. And I got the Clubhouse games for Switch, the 51 classic board games. So I'm juggling a whole ton of stuff.
Yeah. Boy, you and Lou love your video games. That is true.
I've been a fan. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me show you something really quick. Aside from my mic.
Oh, wow. Fancy.
Not the mic, but that whole lack shelf. I don't know if you remember when I got it.
Yeah.
Those are all my consoles.
Oh, yeah. I can see GameCube right there, right?
Yeah, right at the top. That is my original NES when I was, what year did I get that? My parents got it for me, obviously, because I was a toddler. I think early 90s, when I first played my Nintendo. That's it. And it still works perfectly.
Yeah, 64 right there.
Yeah, Nintendo 64. The Super Nintendo I did not have. That is from my cousin, and he gifted that to me so I can display it because he's not using it. The Wii, GameCube, and down below, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and obviously the PlayStation 4, which is hooked up to the TV.
Nice. I had never seen that. Nice museum there.
I do have mobile stuff, the Game Boy Advance, the 3DS. I do have the Genesis, but I don't have it displayed because I just wanted to do Nintendo, Sony. Those are my two favorites.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of IST, DCBS, all those other places, let's talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. We're hoping we can reinstate the Omnibrosllive discount code coming up soon, hopefully. Shortly. We will see. But we do get a $50 gift card every month to give away to a lucky viewer, courtesy of In Stock Trades. If you're in the United States and you order $50 or more worth of books, you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Tim Klein. What? No Sega Dreamcast.
What's that?
Gio, have you played? No, sorry, I was talking about Tim Klein, but we'll get to Huni verse. I don't. I had the Genesis, and then I got into the 64, and I sort of stopped gaming and picked everything back up when the PlayStation 2 was announced. And then I went back and got the PlayStation 1 and all that stuff, but I skipped on the Dreamcast, which is unfortunate because I'd love it.
I love the Dreamcast.
Yeah. I wish they would do a mini console because I see Kenneth talking about the NES Classic. I want them to make a mini Dreamcast. I would buy that day one. Yeah. Hooniverse. Sorry that I took so long getting to that. Gio, have you played Golf Story on Switch? It's like a golf RPG. It is fantastic. I really like it. I started playing it last month, and it's really fun. It's basically an RPG, but instead of going to a dungeon, you're playing the sport of golf. And you don't need to love or know anything about golf. You can enjoy it. Think of it like you're playing mini golf on screen, and it's 8-bit or close to 16-bit style, and there's this long story. It's really cool. I do check it out. It's on sale for $7, so it's not a huge commitment, and I do recommend it.
Yeah, Gio was recommending it to me this week. Let's see what else.
Oh, thank you, Candace. Monotone Fortress of Solitude. I love clean. I love clean, bright colors and the white aesthetic. I love it.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. Okay, good. And waited 3 weeks buying Omnis instead and missed the TurboGrafx 16 Mini.
I had that pre-ordered through Amazon, but that was before the 2020 fiasco, and I decided to cancel it because of the pandemic and all that stuff.
Oh.
So I never got it. But it looks amazing, and I've seen the reviews for it, and great games, great system. They're saying it's one of the best mini consoles out there.
I never played that.
Yeah, it never sold that well in North America.
I never. Who put that out?
It was what's the name of the company again? Because they also had the PC Mini engine. Oh, I'm such a fake gamer. I don't know the name of the company. Neck Home Electronics and Hudson Soft.
Oh, okay. But it was okay. So it's just called the TurboGrafx 16. Okay.
Yeah. It was a great machine, and it competed with the stuff that was out at the time, late 80s, early 90s, but it only succeeded in Japan. Over here, it didn't sell that well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Hooney. Made by Neck.
Okay. Well, I think that about does it for Omnibros Live on Sunday. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate the chat. It was lively and a lot of good stuff coming out of it. And thank you for the super chats. To those who super chatted with us, we really appreciate it. Thank you to In Stock Trades for continuing to sponsor us. Thank you to all the people that are watching this afterwards. Gio, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me on my channel, A Week in Geekdom, where I talk about anime, comics, manga, and I have a second channel that I created. There's no videos uploaded yet, but I might upload one this week. It's a gaming channel on YouTube, and it's called Geo's Arcade. If you want to check that out, there's no videos uploaded as of this recording, but I am working on something, so look forward to that soon. I'm going to be talking everything video games on that channel.
That's cool. Geo's Arcade. Here we have, guys, in these times, I appreciate these shows. Thank you, Justin Geo, for the show. Happy Sunday. Thank you, guys. We appreciate everybody that shows up. Thank you so much for showing up and watching us. And you can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and Omnidogs_Vault on Instagram. So thank you for tuning in, and peace and love. Peace and love.
Bye.
Everybody be